Hello, hello, good morning, how are you? It is nice to see you on a wonderful Thursday, 8 a.m. Lima, Peru. Sorry, yesterday, I had like, it was not, I wasn't even able to type. Like, I was basically working too much, I was in meetings, and so, yeah, it was a little bit of a hassle yesterday to make any comment towards what we're doing here, so my apologies for that. Now, let me just quickly go over here what we're doing. So we're gonna switch here to Arbitrium on both sides, Arbitrium. And now that we're on Arbitrium, we're gonna go here to game. So let's head over here to game, operations, game. So as you can see, we already have the game rolling right now. And I'm excited to show you what the progress has been. It's been a little bit tedious if we talk about challenges first. Kind of like synchronizing with a server, establishing how long or how much the latency is was a little bit of a challenge. I've never done that, to be honest. So the fact that we're able to do it, it was pretty cool. And we added a couple more things, including fixing this. We used to have the possibility to see the vases while we were on intermission and able to throw in artillery strikes spawn, but you know, in intermission nothing like that should be working, so I decided to remove all of that during intermission. So that was a little bit of a restructure of the code. And then also added a couple more things, so you're about to see right now. Change a couple of sounds, so let's go ahead and test it out here quickly. We're going to test mode, and we're gonna spawn here a tank, and then let's spawn another tank here, the red team. So as you can see, now we have here, if you're in the red team, you're gonna get this tank here on the red, and if you are killing enemies, the blue ones will be the enemy. If we go into the blue team, you're gonna see that the first tank you're gonna get is the blue tank, which means those are your allies, and the second tank are the enemy. So just to let you know, so you can keep track of tanks killed. We also deployed a health bar here, so that you know at all times you know the health of your tank, latency, and the match amount in minutes. We also, I don't know if I don't remember if I showed you this before, but we added a preview for the artillery circle. So as you can see, there's a preview before you launch the artillery. Scans still work as always. We have a couple of icons here that if I move the page, they resize along with the page, so that's pretty cool. Fix the tanks so you can't see the enemy tanks anymore, meaning like the amount of tanks that spawn for that enemy, you're not gonna see them. The tanks you will see are for your team. So let's go ahead and capture one point. So we're going to go ahead and capture that. If I want to launch an artillery on the enemy base, I cannot launch it, and it makes perfect sense because you should not be able to launch artillery on the enemy base because that'll be camp killing. So let's say they go here, they're gonna capture this point. So right there, you already have a capture point already done. All right, so that's pretty cool, right? Now, as of right now, I also fixed the defense. As you can see, it goes all the way up here to 50. That means that you get a 50% bonus on defense when you're capturing the point if it's fully captured. So that means that if I attack, the blue tank is gonna die first. So that's the sound for the blue tank dying. The red tank sustain a little bit of a damage up to 33 health, so it can go back to base to repair. So just like that, it has now repair. It can come back to action. The same thing with the blue tank. It has respawned. I can capture now another. All right, we capture another point. Let's go here. With this tank, we're gonna capture some more points here. And I'm also gonna launch artillery. Now, one thing you should know, if I drop the artillery right on the top of the objective, it will do a lot of damage. If you are outside of the objective, let me show you right now quickly. So this tank is 100%, right? Wait, the match is gonna end. So the match is gonna end and we're gonna enter to intermission. Match ended. The winner HQ is number 1, which means blue team. Blue team has won. Maybe I should change that to blue team, but as for now, it's fine. HQ1, It's all right, no problem. So, like I said, during intermission, we're just basically gonna let people just chill out and wait for the next match, since we're trying to do all of the shenanigans. Maybe we're gonna put in the future the clans that are gonna be fighting with each other during intermission. So, anyways, let's refresh here. Let's refresh here. Test mode again. Let me do this one here, and then let's do test mode again. Launch here. We're gonna come and capture the objective. Capture this objective. Now, if I launch the artillery strike right on top of it, all right. Right now the health bar is 100. Okay, I'm gonna launch on top of it. It went down to 52%, to 52 health. Okay, so let's go ahead and repair. Let's do another tank. Oh, I need to refresh. I forgot about that. I need to do another tank here. Okay. Let's bring it again to the capture point here, and let's drop a bomb there. Oh my god. So yeah, you can see I did a little bit more damage. Maybe that one was more centered. Let me repair again. Oh my god, I was supposed to test it out when I need to refresh. I forgot about that. Okay, so I'm supposed to test it out when I'm far away from the bomb circle. So let's go here. You can see 100. You already saw when I dropped the bomb right on top of it. It's like 50% chunk. So let's do, like, let's say right there. Okay, that's a little bit far away from the center of the circle. So you see the difference. Now the tank has sustained some damage, like about 26 damage. So it's not a lot, right? So the further you're away from the center of the circle, the less damage you take, basically. So yeah. Now I think room for improvement should be that maybe we should only allow a certain amount of artilleries to pop in. Maybe we can say, hey, only one artillery or two artillery at a time per team makes sense, because otherwise, if we just let everybody throw artillery at any time, it's just gonna be like madness, right? I don't know, or maybe just people like that, just F it, just throw artillery as much as you want. So maybe that's not a bad idea. Another thing that I'm thinking of doing is to allow people to purchase one more artillery and more scans if they want to. So I don't see a problem with that. They can use the in-game token for that. So yeah, we will. I'm not sure yet about that, because we need to kind of make sure that the contract is up and rolling for that. But we might do it. So yeah. So that way there's a usage for TAS token. All right, TAS token. We're not going to do what is this called? We're not going to do RA for this particular time, because RA is supposed to be on ICP. This is currently running on Arbitrium, right? So that will be that'll take a little bit of time to do that. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's basically it. So that's as you can see, the minigame working. It's working fine. As you can see, running again on intermission, coming back to main game. Latency works a-okay. Match timer works a-okay. Faces, sounds, everything is working fine. All right, so that's good news. So priority, coming back to the present, I'm still working on this. If I can see some room for improvement, as I already said, maybe allowing a couple of artillery to be launched at a time, so we're not saturating the game with artillery, because otherwise people, I mean, maybe people like it. If people really want to just bomb each other at the beginning of the match and just use up all their artillery, why not? Maybe that's not a problem, right? But if they don't want to, or maybe I say, hey, zero artillery, nobody gets artillery, and the only way you can do it is by purchasing artillery. That could be it too. I don't see a problem with that either. So yeah, I'm just thinking about it so that it is a little bit fair for everybody, right? Because if artillery becomes a pay to win, That is not a good thing, right? Another thing that I could do is a delay. So if they put up a circle, meaning hey, the artillery is gonna launch here, everybody has like a couple seconds to kind of like leave, right? Specifically, if they drop it on an objective, if they drop it midway, which you can actually. So if I come here, again, I gotta refresh, gotta refresh. So if I come here, oh my god, 1 second. All right, if I come here and let's say I'm gonna make this tank, the red one, I'm gonna make him come all the way here. I can throw artillery midway. You see, right there. So it is possible to nuke. It is possible to nuke tanks midway. All right. So maybe one thing that I can say is you can see the circle for like 1 second, and then the artillery will drop. Okay, so it gives you a little bit of a time to kind of like weasel out of the artillery zone. So let's say you're capturing here a point, right? So I'm capturing, let's say blue is here, right? And I'm gonna throw a circle. You can have 1 minute basically. You have 1 minute to no, I'm sorry, 1 minute, no, 1 second. You have 1 second to leave the circle basically, right? So that's gonna be an inconvenience, right, for people that are turtling on the circle, right? Because right now it just lands on you and you just don't have a way to kind of get out of it. But if people like it, I mean, we can keep it like be instant artillery, right? That could be okay, but I just don't want it to be an OP. We can always decrease it. We can do a 25 instead of a full chunk of 50 if people think that 50 is too much. Um, there's many things we can do. Okay, many things we can do. So yeah. Anyways, that's something that I'm gonna be working on in the present, and then in the future. Again, I'm gonna be looking into deploying this on AWS so that we can test it out with people. Okay, and once we test it out with the AWS, I think we'll have a solid understanding of how we can do this. All right. Well, that was basically it. Thank you very much for watching this episode, and I will see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Lima, Peru. Let me see if there are any comments. Okay, there's none. Good. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, and once again, thank you very much for watching. Take care.